What's up, guys? Today we'll be going over Nighthawk versus Orpheus Rig with Moebius Quiver. And for the longest time, Nighthawk has been the go-to single target damage super ability in the entire game. If you needed quick damage, you went to Nighthawk. If you needed quick burst damage, you went to Nighthawk, all those good things. But now Quiver got a rework where once an enemy is already tethered, you deal massive damage against that tethered enemy. And we are talking massive, like way more than before, and shot this thing straight up to one of the best damage output supers in the game. So let's see how good it actually is. First with Nighthawk on bottom tree gunslinger. First without the helmet on to see what it is like normally. You're going to get 3 shots, and each shot's going to increase the damage of the next one, as you see right here. And if you add up all those numbers, you get 154,265 total damage output with the regular golden gun. Now with Nighthawk on, we hit 213,000 instantly. So that's going to be a 37.7% increase, which isn't as much as it used to be because of the base gunslinger getting a lot of buffs, but it still is pretty good. Now we look at Moebius Quiver without Orpheus Rigs on at first, see how many quiver shots we can shoot in one super. As you see, we can shoot up to 6 in one super. Then on the 6th shot, our super just goes away, and that's all you can do. Now with Orpheus Rig on, we will get more quiver shots. That is part of the exotic perk. And now we can get up to 8 shots with 1 quiver use, which is 33% more. So that's going to result in a lot more damage, obviously. And as you notice, you actually have time after the 8th shot, so what you can do is shoot the first one, wait for the enemy to get tethered. That way all 7 of the next shots are all under that increased damage, compared to before only the last 6 were under the increased damage. So that's definitely a way to maximize your damage with this. Now looking at the damage output on Greg, the first one hits 10.2 thousand, then after that, once they're already tethered, they hit 51,143, and you can do that 7 times. So obviously this is going to be a lot of damage output. Now looking at how long this process takes, shooting off all 8 shots, waiting for the first one to be actually tethered. And this one take quite a while, but it's not actually too bad. At roughly just under 10 seconds to shoot the 8th shot, which means the total damage output during those 8 shots is going to be 370,000, which will result in 37,000 DPS, which is really good for a super. And this number actually doesn't do justice to how much damage you're actually doing. The reason it's this low is because of the fact that you're waiting after the first shot for the tether to actually work. Once you're on the 2nd through 8th shot, you're actually doing something closer to 50 or 60,000 DPS, which is right up there with the best weapons in the entire game. Then on top of that, you can also run the artifact perk from the depths, which will give you increased void super damage if you cast while critically wounded, which means red bar health. So go ahead and test this on Greg and see what it does. Let him get me red bar first. Go ahead and shoot the quiver at him. As you see, it procs the artifact perk. Now we hit quite a bit more damage per shot, and over those 8 shots, we're going to be doing 482,000 total damage, which is a lot more than before, which means 48.3 thousand DPS, which once again, that's including the first shot. The 2nd through 8 will probably be in the 70 to 80,000 range. There is also a glitch where you can double up on this perk just like all the other artifact mods, and I tried it and it doesn't seem to work with tether, or they fixed it. I'm just assuming it doesn't work with tether. As you see, it's still the exact same damage numbers. So the damage output of Quiver is way higher than Nighthawk. With From the Depths, it's well over double the damage of Nighthawk. And yeah, obviously the Quiver takes a decent amount of time to do compared to Nighthawk, where you're going to be doing that 200,000 damage instantly that you can return to using your regular weapons. But at the same time, when you're using Quiver, the DPS you're doing is pretty equivalent to most of the weapons in the game, so it's not like you're really wasting time. Once you run out of Quiver and you go back to Izanagi's, pretty much going to be doing the exact same DPS. Actually, the best way to explain Quiver right now, it pretty much is Izanagi's DPS for that 10 seconds. Then on top of that, you're giving your entire team or whoever's shooting at the enemy a 30% debuff. So yeah, it's not quite the instant damage of Nighthawk, but over that 10 plus seconds, you're also increasing everyone's damage by 30%. So the fact that it takes that long is actually not really detrimental. That just means you're applying that debuff for longer. So what would you rather have? The really good burst damage of Nighthawk, or better total damage output while helping your team, while maintaining a really good DPS number? I'm picking Moebius Quiver every single day of the week. Like, this path is so much fun. The super is pretty much the best super in the game overnight, the second they made this change. Then the actual subclass itself, with Heart of the Pack and the Invis grenades and things like that, that is also really good. With Heart of the Pack getting like quicker recovery times and stuff like that, that is very useful. Quicker reload speed, really good for boss fights. You have that Invis for those panic situations. This subclass is so good. Like, I cannot say enough good things about this subclass. So which one is better, Nighthawk or Moebius Quiver? I would definitely have to say Moebius Quiver for that extra damage and that debuff at the same time. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. I found this pretty interesting. I love this subclass. If you guys aren't using it already, I definitely recommend checking it out and probably maining it if you play Hunter. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.